Hello and welcome back. We're still here at IFA here in Berlin, and do you guys remember this? I know a lot of you are struggling to get hold of one of these. This has probably been, for me, one of the most popular NASs of the year, the WTR Max from Aoostar. Indeed, a number of you hadn't even heard of this brand until this cheeky little 11 bay NAS came to the fold. So while I'm here at IFA, although the brand doesn't strictly have any other NAS products here on their stand, they've got a few different things dotted around this stand. I wanted to talk about the things that stood out to give you a better understanding about what this brand is up to at the moment. And the first thing I want to talk about is this. I didn't even know this was in production, so much so, all I've got is the little notes to read from as I go. So you'll be learning this alongside me. Now, this is rocking out with a Ryzen AI CPU. That is the 395. That's that Ryzen AI series that we've already talked about on a few little modest PCs before. Now this arrives with 3 M.2 NVMe slots inside there. It's got a couple of 2.5 gig LAN ports there on the rear, but also support of USB 4. But it's in the graphics department where this thing really stands out, an 8060S. So this thing, whether it is you're going to be looking at, God forbid, some AI models, or more precisely something more aggressive for your virtual machines, this is surprisingly compact with a huge amount of ventilation there, and the cooling system is pretty comprehensive there on the base as well. Now it doesn't have support of ECC memory, but it supports up to 128 gig of LPDDR5, and alongside a wave of huge amounts of connectivity there on the rear, and a growing kind of garnering of different LCDs and full animated panels on a number of their solutions. They're a brand to keep an eye on when it comes to the mini PCs at the moment, and something like this, completely metal all the way around, is definitely something to keep an eye on. Next up, there has been a growing market in eGPUs thanks to the benefits of something like OcuLink. Now, we've seen a lot of eGPU devices in the market, but this one is a little something extra. It's got the Times 16 slot, and obviously it's taken advantage of an OcuLink port there on the rear, Gen 4 x 4, but more interestingly, this is supporting Thunderbolt 5 connectivity. So whether it is that you're going to be using it for daisy chaining for higher powered, high performance devices, but alongside that, a variety of different power inlets for your GPU card of choice. It even arrives with a mount for your mini PC. And as we're seeing a lot more CPUs arrive in the market with OcuLink connectivity, thanks to growing SoC embedded processors having a huge number of lanes afforded to them, this is how we're going to allow much more minuscule PCs to enjoy higher, more demanding graphics card adapters, as well as scaling up towards things like Thunderbolt 5. And if we're going to talk about slightly bespoke components, we can talk about this. This is quite a high performance motherboard right now. So what do I mean by high performance? Well, we're getting used to a lot of Mobos arriving in the scene, not just in the world of NAS, that arrive with a lot more of those compact SoC and mobile kind of focused architecture CPUs, and now we're seeing the likes of AMD rock out some incredibly powerful and capable CPUs. It became only natural that we're starting to see a lot more Mobos like this one that harness that, but no longer on just the MATX scale. This MATX board arrives with a choice of 3 different CPUs, and this is the Ryzen 9 series. That is the 7945HX, the 9955HX, and the 9950HX, supporting 2 lanes of UDIMM memory there, not ECC I'm afraid, but it does have 2 Gen 5 M.2 adapter slots alongside a Gen 5 x 16 slot there, arriving with a 5 gig network port there, only a single port, so maybe for NAS utilization a little bit less, but it does have Wi-Fi 7 integrated and 2 5 gigahertz frequency there, and of course taking advantage of the 6 gigahertz band as well. Really, this is just another little taste of some of the things on this stand at the moment. I could have talked about a lot of things, like this absolutely hench, beast, military-grade mini PC here, known as the God Y, alongside a series of other mini PCs slightly out of shop. But I really wanted to focus on 3 standout examples of why this brand, that a number of you hadn't heard of until their NAS came along, have actually got quite a lot of muscle that you should really look at right now. But this has been Aoostar here at IFA. We've got loads of other brands to see right now, but I strongly recommend if you are here during the event to check these guys out. I'll see you on the next video.